How much YouTube paid me for 1 million views in 2025? Let's find out. Let's talk about it. First of all, you need to understand 1 million views on YouTube doesn't mean the same amount of money for every YouTube channel or even for every video on the same YouTube channel. Every video will have its own CPM, therefore its own RPM, and every video can make different amount, and that will largely depend of the overall niche of your YouTube channel. So as you can see on this screenshot taken from one of our YouTube channels we run, average CPM on this channel is £21 and that equals around $27. It's simply displaying pounds as we are UK based, and you can see the average RPM from that is £7.94. And then you can see the massive difference that is on the same channel that is in one niche, and the CPM can vary somewhere from as low as £12 and going up to 482. Okay, so there's a massive difference. And here I have made just some of the diagram for you to think. When you think in terms of CPM and RPM for your YouTube channel, you have niches, and then you have CPM paying niches, and then you also have products that you can link and increase your revenue, so your revenue per views wouldn't depend only on the AdSense and money. So ideally you are looking to get into this sweet spot in the middle here that you can make money from products attached to your YouTube videos, and they can be your affiliate products, they can be your own digital products, and then you are also in the niche that pays high CPM, so you can make maximum from out of your AdSense earnings as well. Now in a minute I will just show you several YouTube channels we are running, and then you can compare how the CPM and RPM reflects on each, and then therefore how much you would make per 1 million views and how much we have made in our last 28 days on one of our channels. I will show you all the analytics just right now. This is one of our old YouTube channels where we don't really make content anymore, simply because we are focusing on some other niches and some other businesses and ventures we are into. And most of these videos you can see here were made in 2001 and 2022, so they are at least 3 years old. And when you look at the RPM that stands at $8.37, you might think, wow, that is not a lot of money. But then again, if you think that these videos were made 3 years ago and they have been just done and uploaded and that's it, nobody have ever touched or do anything with them, and they are still making a couple of dollars per month each of them, and that just all combines and gives you this nice and a steady passive income stream. And you don't really have to put in, when I'm saying passive income stream, yes, you have initially put your work to create this video, but then after it's just simmers on the YouTube and still earns you this money that combines into your total passive income streams during the month. Just to show you this channel we are talking about right now, and as you have noticed, we also haven't been very frequent with uploading the videos. RPM on this channel right now stands as $8.12, and then again you can see how it varies and goes up to even like $85, $74. So the difference that your videos can make on AdSense here is very it can be very large, even if you are in one niche. And again, it can depend of the title and the topic of your particular videos. And as you can see here, then RPM goes even up to like $98. And this video again was posted several years ago and only have gained 5 views in the last 28 days. It still made 50 cents. And as I said, they just quietly simmer on the YouTube and still adds up and make some money. Now let's move on to the channel that actually had 2 million views in the last 28 days. As you can see, from the 17th February to 16th of March 2025, in the last 28 days, this channel made and gained 2 million views from 40 million impressions. And you can see that the click-through rate averaging on this channel right now is 10%. And one of the things that we cannot stress enough how important is this metric for you actually reach the views your click-through rate has to sit around 10 or above before you can reach these views, regardless of how good is your video and how much hours and effort and work you have put into producing your videos. If your click-through rate is below this 10%, your video likelihood of getting large amount of views are greatly reduced, simply because you can think of it as a video packaging. So if your product is packaged badly, regardless of how good it is inside, nobody gets to see it. That doesn't necessarily means that your thumbnail is the solely only one thing that you need to focus on. Yes, you still need to put time and effort into your keyword research and writing your titles and your descriptions so the algorithm can recognize about what your video is. However, YouTube thumbnail is one of those things that can actually stop the scroll and make people to slow down on your video and click on it and see it and view it. Now, one of other things to note is to make sure that your video should be longer than 8 minutes. So you are able then to place your mid-roll ads, meaning that ads on your videos will play not just the beginning and the end, but also throughout during the video, and you can position these mid-roll ads yourself. So on average, these videos on this particular channel are 8 minutes and just above 8 minutes long. You can see the average view duration is 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and we would tend to put the first mid-roll ad just around the 3 minutes, so we know that the first ad wouldn't interfere with the average video duration. So this particular channel that gained 2 million views during the last 28 days, the average RPM stands as $2.95. So if you come here, you can see the RPM $2, $4, $3, but as I said, on average is $2.95. So this is by all means not the highest paying niche. However, again, you find this balance into the niches that are high paying but perhaps not getting you so many views, then you can try your luck into the niche that is not so high paying maybe, but you are more likely to gain some views. For example, gaming niche is one of those niches what I consider as low paying RPM and CPM. So RPM is somewhere around an average around $2 based on my research in the gaming niche, and the clients that we support who comes to our courses and are in the gaming niche, so that's the reports we are getting around $2 similarly as this one. However, they gain a lot of views and therefore the AdSense revenue is still relatively high. So find your sweet spot and find this balance. So on this channel you can see the RPM varies, and there are some videos that will have higher one like $7 right here, but as I said, on average is 2.95. So let's head to the analytics then and see how much exactly YouTube paid us for these 2 million views during these 28 days. Okay, so now you can see 2 million views, 87.7 thousand of watch hours, and during this time we also have again 6.6 thousand subscribers, and estimated ads revenue stands just below $6,000. And you might say, well, $6,000 in 2025 is not really a lot, and some might agree and some might disagree. It's really based on your perspective. Since we are spending only a few hours per day to run multiple YouTube channels, and this is one of the channels that made this earning, here I have some some screenshots from 2024 and 2023, and you can see that 1.2 million views can earn you up to $10,000. And you can see that 1.2 million views can earn up to even almost $11,000. So that does depend on the niche. Now, if you're interested to see more advanced in-depth tutorials, how to use each of these tools, how to set up your YouTube channel properly, join our free community on School. You will find all of that there. And also you can double amount that you make on AdSense and earn the same amount additionally to AdSense revenue on YouTube if you set up your YouTube channel properly. Again, more information on that, how to do it, is on our free community, and I hope to see you there very shortly.